Hi friends. So today I thought I'd jump in with my girlfriend Kathy Feigl. She's doing a 12 Days of Christmas and I thought I'd jump in and do a layout. But now here's the funny thing. I have, and it's, I'm going to do a Christmas layout or a winter layout. She said we could do either way, but I don't have the Christmas photo yet because the event will be tonight that I'm scrapbooking for today. So let me tell you about the event. In our downtown, we have a historic, really cute downtown where we live. They put a ridiculous amount of lights on every single building going through our downtown. And it's a very popular event. People come from a couple hours away to spend time, going through it because it's so incredibly festive. And I think there's like 2 million people that come through. It's kind of a big deal. So they turn it on tonight, and I think they turn it off after New Year's, I think is how it goes. So what I thought I would do is go ahead and start getting a layout put together with that in mind. And I am going to use pink brush. Oh, this one's not a holiday one. I'm going to use pink brush because I do have a pink brush warehouse box. And there is a bunch of Christmas product in it. I've got alphas, I have wood veneers, chipboard, the whole thing. And I think I have 2 different Christmas collections. I have Holiday Wishes and I don't know if this is Holiday Wishes or not. Maybe it's all Holiday Wishes. But I do have a bunch of Christmas products, so I thought I would get going on it and take you along with me and see where we end up. Now I'm going to use this scrap lift here from Scrap Squad, and I believe it is their, which one is it? Their week 27 scrap lift. So I'm going to go ahead and do that at the same time, and I will go ahead, if you would like, and I will put the scrap lift right about here while I am working on it, and then you can see if I get close or not. Now, in this scrap lift, it looks like about a 4x4 photo. So what I decided to do while I'm working is I just cut a 4x4 piece of paper to mimic my photo, so I have a good placement for my product and all that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to take you along with me, and we'll see where we end up. Here we go, friends. So I liked that in the scrap lift, there was a really, kind of bold white background, and I decided not to put up the sketch because you can see the photo on the left there. Anywho, I liked the bold white, and I had this really kind of cute, it looks lined, but it's not. It's, polka dots, but it has like Christmas words here and there, and the really nice kind of Christmassy colors. And it has, looks like kind of almost like a 10 by 10 box, but it has 2 different pattern papers making up that box. So I did grab the bottom, this navy piece for the bottom part of my box because it was already a scrap, and I love to use my scraps first. And I was just going ahead and looking through my papers to see what I could use on the top side of it. I wanted something that, looked super festive because I like to use my very themed products. If I'm at a themed event, it's going to be super festive and themey and all that kind of thing, as long as I have product that go along with it. If not, we can make it work with our title and all that kind of stuff. Not a big deal. So now I'm going to go ahead and get I'm calling it a 10 by 10. I don't know, maybe it's an 8 by 8. My box kind of an area placed here. And since I have these little polka dotted lines, it's making it kind of nice and easy to go ahead and line it up. So, in the top piece, I went ahead and I was mimicking in the scrap lift that the top piece had 2 different pattern papers. So I just cut one of the pieces a little bit shorter, maybe that's like 3 inches or so, and flipped it over, and it's working. Now in the sketch as well, it is kind of messily outlined using a black marker. So I just went ahead with my skinny Sharpie and copied that idea as well. So that's what you see me doing there, and I know that I would never actually do it nice, straight, and even, so I'm making sure to just kind of like go for it and doing like a messy kind of a messy copy. Is that really a word? I don't know if that's a word, but that's what I'm doing there. And ever so quickly, the base of this comes together. It's kind of cool how that worked. Now remember, I don't have a photo for it, so I will be like putting my mock photo on just so that, yeah, it really works, I guess, for me mentally to have that placement piece. And I do have a plan coming up to do a bunch of layouts kind of like this. So I guess this is my big audition for that. So now it's time for, I'm actually going to say the word audition again. To audition some of these chipboard pieces, I have a lot of the different pieces from these couple of different collections. And yeah, I clean as I go. Sorry, that's on camera. But I do want to see what's going to work on this layout. I do like that the chipboard is really nice and dimensional. I mean, it's not like honking thick, but it's dimensional enough to be able to give me, I don't know, more interest on my page, I guess is a way to put it. Now I have two sets of these alphas, and that's from that Pink Fresh collection where the red is a little bit more orange, but I'm trying to overlook it. It was the weirdest thing for me to get used to because I wanted the red to be red, if that makes sense. Like I really wanted it to be red. So I have some of the different embellishments for it still just kind of kicking around, and I should have just thrown them all on one layout. So this, these chipboard alphas also have these great little stars in there, and I really like to be able to add additional elements from how I make my titles in different places on my layout. So that's what I was doing there. I'm going to go ahead and cut out a little bit of one of these, I guess, cut aparts to use on this page. You see that word holiday there? It was this really nice bright punch of red that I liked to kind of like play, I guess, to bring your eye more towards the title as well. And I'm going to make that into a bit of a cluster piece on that bottom of that rectangle square block thing that I have. All right, so people have commented that I seem to talk with my hands or move my hands a lot, but that is how, like when I'm talking to my friends or communicating, that's kind of what I do. So that kind of comes out in a lot of my layouts as well. I decided I wanted to do this little scallopy piece, and I'm just going ahead and using a scrap of pattern paper that I have to do so. And no, my scallops are never even. They're never gonna be even. I know that. So at that point, you kind of make them uneven on purpose so that it looks like you purposefully want it to be uneven. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and it's gonna give myself like that little mimicked area like you see on the scrap lift right there. They have like a couple bars of pattern paper, and I decided to do the same on my layout. I went rifling through my gold color drawer really quickly because I wanted to use a gold washi tape for the second part of this little shelf that I'm creating, and I found one that's kind of a dirty gold, and it has I guess, are they white stars? Almost clear white stars, whatever you want to call it. Yes, sorry about that, I have bulldogs. They're gross. Anywho, so I went ahead and just grabbed out that little piece of tape right there. I went ahead and glued down the my title really quickly because it's a little painstaking. I didn't want you to have to watch it. Although my little wood letters that say lights, those are Pink Fresh wood letters, those are super sticky, so those work. Now I also went ahead and the navy blue chipboard that is to the bottom left of my mock photo, I did not fully take off the adhesive on the back of that, only a little bit, so that I can go ahead and slip my photo in the same kind of orientation that it is right now. So that will be easy, it'll just be able to slide in and out. I wanted to get a little bit more of this green on, so you see me sprinkling that about. I have the two pieces of those, what are they called, epoxy flares that are ever so gorgeous. So those are on top and bottom, and then that's why you see that I put that the puffy, well, it's puffy, but it's not like really nice soft squishy puffy. But I went ahead and put that word strip of those little puffy guys right above there. So I have lots of green. Now I'm looking at the epoxy wood buttons and taking the epoxy pieces off. I don't know why I do that. Like, I always find that the wood buttons are just a little two-dimensional for me, but I love the epoxy pieces themselves. So I am going ahead and trying to find some of those great little festive pieces that are in that collection. I went ahead and put just a couple of enamel dots here and there on this layout, and now I'm going to go ahead and get some Heidi Swap Color Shine in Gold, kind of going on a diagonal down the page. I like the way that looked. And then I realized I wanted to do a little bit of messy, sketchy lines on this red piece as well, because I do have that on the pattern papers. I don't know why I couldn't find my words there. So I thought I'd go ahead and put that on the other pattern paper on this layout as well. It kind of seemed like it needed that. And I also felt like I also wanted to get just a little bit of shadow underneath the outsides of this paper. It just seemed to need just a little bit of mucking up. I don't know why. It's so funny. Sometimes I want things a little cleaner and sometimes it's just too clean. So there are some close-ups. I hope you like what I did with this, and I will try to get that photo on ever so quickly. We'll see you soon, friends. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye now.